get to that girlfriend, we live together, we done signed all these businesses, we're each other's regardless.
Oh no.
Now I'm gonna disagree to every dude fuck up. Like if I'm one of those, if I'm committed, that's maybe you haven't. And I mean, cause you with somebody, so I hate to be just flat out saying maybe that ain't the person that makes you want to do that. Because as a man,
she top tip, but I don't play with
as a man, if you see that woman like, yo, this the only one I don't care about nothing else. Like me, I would go back when I was in high school. I'll date somebody 3 years, never had sex, never cheated on them, cause that's who I want to be with. So you can't say all men fuck up. Not if that's who you really want to be with. You'll lock in like you're supposed to. Now if it's just like, yo, she cool, but like I think I can do better, then that's where.
Oh no, she. So again, put me. Just tell me again. Like the question I asked, what did you get out of it? Like what did you?
Let me ask you this.
She was your soulmate before you married her.
Okay, so.
Let me ask you this question.
So you telling me signing that paper made her your soulmate?
No, that didn't make
it's not about the paper.
Yeah, that's what
it's about. All she did was get your last name and now y'all say y'all married.
Yeah, but okay, I get how you look at
mine. She was yours before
she was, but everybody knows she mine.
That's you proclaiming your rights as mine. That's fact. You don't marry her and somebody else comes along and decides he does want to marry her and she goes with him. How you gonna feel?
You can't buy happiness, but you can buy local, and that's kind of the same thing. Contact a local business for any and all of your needs, and when you get there, remember to talk to them nice.
This is the Talk to Me Nice podcast. My name is Lawrence Ray, also known as LRW3. And today I got the fellas with me, man. Y'all know how we start the conversation off. We gonna round robin it, have y'all introduce yourselves and let you know, and let the people know where they can find you. But whoever wanna go first, go first.
Man, my name is Courtney Kartell. Y'all know what's going on. Host of Hot 106 Radio. Hit me up. We doing all artists, anything, whatever you got going on. Let me know.
Dante Hancock, I know y'all seen me on the show before. You can find me on Facebook, Dante Hancock. You can find me on Instagram, Inferno_fitness_training. Trying to start this year off right, just starting LLC, EIN, business account with Dun & Bradstreet. So anybody with a business account, any vendors out there, anyone looking for personal training, just feel free to hit me up. And also the spokesperson for my wife, so anyone trying to get in that media industry, model and active photography, just hit me up. You can find her on In the Mix with Mel at Instagram or Melanie Hancock on Facebook.
Right.
Chris Crawford, y'all know me as Chris. You can find me on CTC. You can follow my business page, Great Quality Painting. Any repaints, touch-up paintings, hit me up. That's about it.
King Belaire, King_Belaire on IG. I'm an entertainer broker, so anything from being managed by artists to getting on to major labels, anything you need, hit me up.
Trey Payne, aka DJ SB. You can find me on IG at Mr. Payne 3 or official DJ SB. And hit 4.
Alright, damn. You don't know your name, bro? Fucking Anyway, my name is Don. You can find me on Instagram at He's Iconic. I got an album on the way, February 14th. So y'all follow me.
What's the single on album?
Huh?
What's the single on album?
The single is called Fuck the Means. But I don't think I can say fuck.
You just said it.
It's your boy Kid Count. Follow me on Facebook at Kid Count, IG Playboy Count. Get me for all your sneaker needs. I do restore and I'm a restore.
What's your prices look like?
Text, man.
Hey, I ain't telling you how to run your business, but
I ain't text too, man. I don't even text too bad.
I'm gonna say, I'll be taxing.
That's what they say. Like, I probably get off 100.
Hey, that man. I'm just saying, if I ain't know you, if I was like, damn, what a shot at? What your price look like, bro? I'm reasonable. What about you? I be taxing. Let me go in here, bro. Let me go in here. These some questions that some of these questions got sent to me, so people want to hear what y'all think about this. What do you consider a female applying pressure to be?
Fly me out.
To me, I think it's just like just coming up ask for my number. Cause I heard a lot of girls say that's real hard. Like a girl will just sit there and just stare at you, like, and just expect for you to just approach her. So I get that, like, I get a female like a lot of credit for that.
So basically, a female speaking to you is applying pressure. That's a low standard.
Nah, I think,
I mean, like actually, like trying, like, hey, let me get
your number.
But you know what I'm saying?
I think if she asks serious questions on the first date, like what's your goal, what's your 5-year plan, and she want to know what you gonna be in the future.
What she ask your credit score? What you gonna say?
Hey, you gotta be honest. Because you want to know her score too. So,
I think
If y'all gotta be serious, you want to know. That's a fact. Hey, I can buy my house, you buy yours, like since you brought it up.
I think applying the same energy though.
That's a
you know what I'm saying? Because like I know for me, I'm a caterer, so like I want that same thing. And, you know what I'm saying? So like I have females that match my energy, like from not just money, but quality time, like gift, like you know what I'm saying, respect. So it's mutual. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times females nowadays they just want.
They want you to get.
And they ain't really applying pressure. They think that they're the prize when it should be equal.
That's a fact. I like that answer. Yeah, so let me ask y'all this, man. Let's jump into the question, man. What's a man?
You said what?
What's a man?
A man has direction. Man has plans.
take care of his business.
Man gonna stand on his own too.
Discipline and determination.
Stay out of trouble.
So what qualities does a man have?
Definitely discipline.
Yeah, discipline for sure.
Patient.
Yeah.
I know a lot of men that ain't got patience. Like he said, hey, patience is
And
a house.
accountability.
Fact. Definitely.
A lot of men don't have common sense.
Y'all got some good answers. Who told y'all that what makes a man?
I learned that.
I learned
Life told you this is what comes to being a man.
Making mistakes too. So let me ask y'all respectfully, are all y'all sitting here men?
I ain't got no patience.
At certain points,
I guess if patience one, I don't have patience.
You get married.
I just at every point, every man is a man in some aspect. I was listening to my boy's podcast, Crazy. You asked that, and his dad literally said the hardest thing about being a man is being a man.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, huh? And it's like you have to figure out how to be a man, what is a man, and then when it's time to be that man, and then when it's time to go be it, to actually be it. Like that's like the hardest thing to kind of figure out in life and to do.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about our culture, the black culture, man, it's like we didn't grow up with a lot of fathers. You know what I'm saying? So like, I remember like growing up, I seen 2 dudes with a father that I remember, but even with that, they didn't turn out to be like real men. Like they slacked that, you know what I'm saying? Because the fathers that was in the household didn't teach them. Like that's why I'm very adamant. So I'm a full-time father. My kids live with me, right? So I'm a single father and my kids live with me. So I'm very adamant on having conversations and teaching my babies about life. Like my kids are teenagers. So like I'm very adamant about teaching them about life and like asking questions very direct. So I have date nights with my daughters and I'm asking them, how do I father you? Because I didn't have a father to teach me that, right? So because each one of them want to be fathered different. Just because they have the same parents doesn't mean that they want to be fathered the same way. So I'm asking these questions because it's never like, we don't know. I don't know. Because my father worked across the street from me. I see him all the time, but he ain't never come and talk to me, have conversations with me until I was 24. First time I see my mother and father in the same room was when I became an officer in the military. You know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't have those conversations. So like now, as a single father, like I ask those questions because I want to know what they need, because like the pressures of these young generation is crazy.
We just said a mouthful right there. We're going to touch on that in a second. That's the energy I need right there. I like it. Man, but nah, y'all notice like when we was asking what makes a man, everybody said different things. That's kind of the point, man. There really ain't no true one definition of a man. Like Because I've heard people say, oh man, he big and strong. There's a 5-foot genius somewhere who may not be able to lift 100 pounds, but he can probably change the world with his mind. Is he not a man? Or, oh, he got to be a provider. It might be someone who gonna make a lot of money, but he does everything he can for his people. Is he not a man because financially he's not there? So just wanted to kind of open it up and make it clear. Ain't no one such way to be a man. Everybody's a man in what they consider to be a man. So nobody's idea is wrong. So whatever y'all think is a man, that's a man. That's how you answer these conversations. But when I was talking to people, man, whatever they decided a man to be, one common trait they brought up that a lot of men deal with is anger. So I'm gonna ask right now, man, who here is angry or been angry?
Growing up, I was.
That's why I football.
Now, so let me ask y'all this: everybody just admitted, are y'all still angry or have y'all moved past it?
I know how to feel. Like that's why I pride myself in like working out. That's like the release factor for me. Cause like when the gym, like it's me. Like I don't be in there trying to look at girls and nothing. Like it's just me and like the weights. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like talk to nobody. Like that's just my one-on-one time. You know what I'm saying? For me to just be with myself.
Nah, so everybody said they moved, but ain't nobody here said they angry no more. I appreciate that because let's be honest, man, I know I'm still angry about some stuff. I ain't saying you just like it consumes your day, but who just every night and just sit back and think, they ain't have to do me like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's angry being a black man in America. Really?
What makes you still hold on to that?
They don't accept responsibility. They just do stuff and just keep it moving. And you're just like, you're not going to take accountability. Just like we was talking about accountability.
Yeah.
Some people don't take that.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about like that too. Like people be so stuck.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't. I know we talking about men, but I'm talking about like people in general. People be just so stuck in stuff that happened in the past. Like if you're stuck in the past, you can never move forward.
Yeah.
Like you can never, like if you let's say your mom or your dad hurt you back then. Okay, cool. At a certain point in time, once you get a certain point of age, you got to take it upon yourself to think of yourself like, hey, I know he hurt me, but let me make myself better. Like, let me keep going forward. Because if you keep thinking about, oh, he hurt me this bad, or you looking for an apology, you can't control somebody else giving you an apology. If you keep waiting for that, you're just going to keep holding yourself back. So just say, hey, it is what it is, let me move forward.
After a while, that apology gets like,
Yeah.
I didn't need that. It's too long. Way too hard.
I literally met somebody who, she met her mom or whatever like that. She wanted to discuss all that. They got it out of the way. She still felt bad. And the first question I asked was, now do you see what I was saying? Like, it really didn't matter. Like, I get you wanted that apology and you wanted that closure, but you still feel the same.
That's a fact.
So like, even if you get it, if you can't do nothing with it, what was the point? Because that just showed me that you're not strong enough or mental enough to, hey, I'm grown. Let me handle this. Or I can vent, but let me move forward through the process, if that makes sense.
Yeah. See, a female told me this, like I had to talk with she was like my auntie, like a therapist kind of thing. But I just told her my situation. I used to be angry as fuck. So she was like, as a man don't supposed to deal with so many emotions. Therefore, like a female. So you got to weigh your emotions. Some you just gotta put that in the back and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep looking back, you just gotta keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I usually carry myself.
I think myself, like how I kind of, and I'm still like, I ain't gonna pretend I'm over something. Like I said, I still say that shit still lame as hell. It's just kind of life though. But I think
but it'll drive you crazy.
It drive you crazy.
Know what I'm saying? I
think the most closure I got that I try to, like, people ask me for advice, I just tell them, I say on every podcast, man, truthful point of view. Like, take yourself out of how you felt about the situation and look on the other side like, damn, let me see. Yeah. Maybe, of course I'm looking at it from me because you always gonna defend you. But is there something maybe on the other side that I just refuse to see that can, maybe it don't make you feel better, but I might not agree, but maybe I can understand, like, type thing.
My thing with that though, like, I can look at when somebody else come to me for advice and they be like, oh, you know, am I wrong? I can look at both sides, but then when it comes to myself, I can't do that. Like, it's harder to do it
because ain't nobody gonna care about you more than you. So,
but yourself is gonna be the answer that you don't want to hear.
That's a fact.
And the little thing I learned, I went to job corps. I had anger issues too. So, but somebody told me like when I used to go to anger management, and I still do it today. I don't do it as much, but I still do it. For like some reason, I used to just take a whole day out just for myself. Like I'm talking about like I didn't talk to nobody, my parents included. I didn't talk to nobody, and I was just in my thoughts. Like I could have played this different, or I could have like I think about situations that made me mad. I thought, okay, well let me just break down the situation. And like even now, like how I just said, like stuff really don't faze me no more. Like cause I still have those days. Like I get mad about it, but then like if it get to that point, I just go by myself, like and just chill and just think and listen to music, And then like over time, I just got so used to doing that to like if you really think about situations, half of the stuff that people go through really ain't even that serious. Because I told somebody this about their parents. I was like, you get mad at your parents, but at the end of the day, they're people too. They have their own emotions, their own agendas. Just because they're your parents, that don't mean you're at the top of their list after you get a certain age. They're gonna think for themselves, they're gonna want to do for themselves. So you can't hold other people accountable. Just do what you can do and move on.
Now, let me ask you this just to transition a little bit, because we started, like we said, discussing what we think a man is. And, you know, research shows most of an idea of whatever you think a man is or the right way to be a man comes by maybe people from your childhood that you looked up to. You all say that's kind of where you figured yours out from?
100%.
Seeing like a coach, maybe not even pops, coach, mentor, just somebody like that.
I always try to be better than my pops.
I did
It's just
too.
I never want to be like him.
Shit, my dad.
Now, would you say that in a bad way? Because I feel the same way, but mine isn't a bad way. Is yours in a bad way?
You know what I'm saying? Some of the habits I look at like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Nah, I kind
don't do
of,
that.
if I'm gonna be honest, I don't look at my pops like that. I like my pop because my pops is like, if I ever got to be somewhat like him, I'm in a good position. Now, it's another male that was around when I was growing up that I kind of felt like everything I see him do, I need to make sure I do complete opposite of him. So it was the same thing, like, yo, I want to be better than you, but it's a different connotation with it. But let me ask y'all this, like I said, because we usually, as kids, you know, whoever that is, it may not even be your pops, but whoever you thought was that man, when you got older, because as kids, we kind of like idolize them, think they can do no wrong. So when we start seeing them be human, whether it was fairly, unfairly, you start to see that they got flaws too. Did that kind of impact the way you looked at men?
I ain't even gonna flip. I remember, and I know we talking about men, but I remember my mom's and my dad. So my mom, this is what made me. I remember it like it was yesterday. Middle school, 8th grade year, my mom called me some names to my face. It broke me. I'm talking about when I say it broke me, it broke me. Like, your mom calling you this, it broke me. Like I said, I went home, I didn't say nothing to nobody. It took me a couple of days, but like after a while, it made me to the point I didn't care about nothing no more. Like I just stopped caring. I was like, if your mom can tell you this kind of stuff,
Can nobody else say that?
nobody can hurt you.
Let me
Like
ask you
nothing.
this. You say you didn't care no more. Was it that you actually care a lot?
No, I literally like 8th grade, like literally. I came to
Came
school,
down.
came to school, didn't care about future, didn't care about what's going on. I literally didn't care. Like it came to a point where like all my teachers came together and my mom was like, "What is wrong with you?" I told them straight up. They thought I was playing, but I was like, I literally don't care. I don't care about what's going on. I don't care. And like now, like I said, it took me to realize like I can't give up on myself. Like even if she told me that, like that's when that started to kick in. Like she's a human. She told me that that's my mother, but whatever. I was like, okay, I can't stop caring about myself. I gotta keep going. I gotta be better for if I have children. I mean later in life, but I gotta be better. So like I said, that was my first one. My second one, we're gonna talk about my dad. Like I said, my dad got his own business. He worked for the county. He actually just retired. So personally, he's not a bad person, but he's selfish. Like he only thinks of himself. And like I got sisters with kids and stuff like that. If it comes to them, he don't care about what's going on in their lives either or whatever. So he's selfish. And they always told me, like, you know, people tell you about your parents and stuff like that. Even when I was younger, they used to say, don't grow up like your dad, don't grow up like your dad. But I always like, dang, why everybody keep saying this to me? Like, he got money, he started his own business, he handled everything, like, he got it made. Like, I ain't see no problem until it actually happened to me. And I was like, okay, if another parent can do you this way, and you supposed to be their child, you can't really, you just see them as people. That's just how it is. But you move forward. That was my, like I said, that's what made me today. And my thing is, I just gotta be better than I was yesterday, and I gotta keep going.
So is it fair to say that it impacted you negatively with that?
I can't say it impacted me negatively, because like, I feel like if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be here where I'm at today. Like, radio show, talking to people, you know what I'm saying, meeting mayors and, you know what I'm saying, DJs, you know what I'm saying, we went to school together, like, I got so much positive stuff from it to where like, I can talk to anybody, I can be open with anybody, because I know that hurt inside me that happened isn't there no more, because I forgave my mom and my dad. And like I said, I look for me now. I look for me, and now my son and my girlfriend, all of them. I look for the people who helped me. Like, I don't hold nothing back. I don't hold grudges no more. Like, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We can move forward. If we can't, you just out of the way. But like, that's just what it is with me now. Like I said, I don't see it like as a negative thing. I feel like what they say, what don't kill you make you stronger. It just made me a stronger person. That's just how I see it.
I do agree with him on that part, because like you said, that, you know, you gotta hold everybody accountable, and if bad things happen, you know, a lot of people, they can't make it through. Speaking from experience, like, I haven't talked to my own parents in about 3 years, because once I got married, you know, they started getting selfish, and it got to the point where I just said, hey, you know, we gotta just take a break. And that was in end of 19, and that was 2022. So sometimes I tell a lot of people bad things do happen for a reason. You just gotta be strong enough to get through it and see what you can make out of it. Because if I went back to how things were, you know, I wouldn't be a business owner. I wouldn't be invested in metaverse, cryptocurrency. I wouldn't be house shopping. Probably wouldn't be married, because, you know, when you get married, a lot of parents change. They don't want you to leave that household. So a lot of people, they can't get through that tough part. But I tell them you got to get through that part, because that's where you find out who you really are and, you know, what you're going to be in the future. You don't want to go back to the old way.
It's real. I just feel like everybody always had that humble experience.
Yep.
To show you.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel that
for real.
everybody had one.
I ain't gonna flip. I actually like the best part about it. I like it happened young.
Yeah.
Like, I was when it happened, since it happened to me so young, I had plenty of time to now, to, you know what I'm saying, deal with it.
Yeah.
So let's move this along. It go without saying, obviously, that there's a lot of people who grow up without their fathers. Being that we're the generation now becoming the fathers, what can we do to change that? As far as holding people accountable, like me, ain't nobody associated with me who will take care of their kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, for me, I'm not a father yet. So right now, I'm just building myself up to be like, whenever that time comes, to be the best father that I can be. You know what I'm saying? Without, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's the encouragement in our generation. It's the encouragement to be a father or to be a dad, because everybody, like our generation, and I say our generation, I really want to say anybody like plus 5 years and below, they don't have the same ideal look at family. And I could know from experience, just my personal experience, when you're not married, you talk about, you know, bringing a child in the world, there's older generations that look at you funny, but it's not about them. It's no longer about like their opinions or what the world sees as family or what the world sees as a father. Like, there's legit, I know great fathers who don't live in the house with their kids. They still see them, talk to them, and you know, they're full time, they're full dad, but they don't live in the same environment. If you're gonna ask somebody, it's like, oh, there's no way you're a good dad. There's no way y'all, you know, make this work.
In the house. I know people, like you said, don't stay with the mom, but see the kids every day. Like,
Man. And so I think it's also, it takes the encouragement of their peers though to go be a dad. Like you just said, folks don't take care of kids, they can't hang around you. But there's real deal, a ton of dudes that be like, man, like, forget your baby mama, don't worry about it. She don't want some money or something. Or you don't see it when you see them. They encourage the bullshit to take place. Versus just saying, bro, like, work it out, go take care of your kid. Because it's no longer about the two emotions that the two adults had. It's no longer about that anymore. It's about the little innocent person who had nothing to do with this. And it's like, it takes real, I won't say peer pressure, but it takes real peer encouragement for somebody our age or younger to want to do that, to want to go be a dad, especially when there's a ton of distractions in the world.
Yeah.
You gotta hold the people accountable. Because one thing I remember when I was gonna have my son, I had a homeboy who had already had kids. He just flat out said, it stuck with me too. He said, "Man, take care of your kids. I can't be around you. Because if you ain't loyal to your kids, you ain't loyal to nobody."
What you said?
So now I like that to hear that y'all are holding yourselves accountable. Now again, we talked about how some people grow up without their dads. Let me ask you this though, because we always do focus on the parent missing. That's why people, the negative impact. What's more toxic, the parent that's not there, or the parent that is there that kind of is a toxic parent to the child?
I would say, me personally, my stepdad raised me, but he was in the same household with my mom. Now, my whole life, I thought my dad was this horrible person. Like, never talk to him. When you see him, don't speak to him. This is all what my mama fed me, So when I got like 18, I finally met him, and it wasn't this. I'm expecting this nigga to be. I'm expecting this person to be like evil, just a bad man. He wasn't. He was cool, somebody that I needed in my life. Even though I had a father figure, it was somebody I needed in life. So I would say, in my instance, my mama was more toxic than he was.
Now let me ask you this, just to shoot your mama some bail, of course, respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Was there was the thing she was saying maybe? Because it could be true. Maybe some of the stuff she was saying.
Now everything she did say, he told me he did. So he didn't sugarcoat it. He just said she did, but at the same time, I feel like that was still my father. What y'all had going on,
it's one of those.
Shouldn't have involved me.
Shouldn't have nothing to do.
Like I know my parents. Like one thing I found out later on, my parents didn't like each other. But I gave it to both my parents. They never really said it. They never tried. That's a lot of things. Not just talking about your mom or anybody, but like a lot of parents, they kind of use the personal feelings and kind of push it down to the kid. So now the kid never met his father. And he hate his pops. He don't even know this guy. Then he meet him. Now he confused because now that starts a different issue. Because damn, my whole life I was mad at him. But now, damn, should I be mad at you?
Yeah. I think the toxic parent in the home is far worse. Like you creating a monster. You gotta think not even on the your father, your mother was a bad person, but you gotta think. Let's say you had an alcoholic parent in the house. Mm-hmm. Like you're watching somebody. The kids emulate whatever they see. They go copy it. So they see somebody turn up any type of bottle or drink all the time. There's something about them that's gonna want to go do it. If you see somebody that's constantly, and I'm a gambler, that's one of the things that scare me. Like, I like to gamble. I like to gamble in the crib. Yeah. But if I got a son that watches me gamble, whatever it is, all the time, like eventually he's gonna want to go do it. So if you got a toxic parent in the home that's putting out bad influence, or toxic influence on the kid all the time, you create a monster. Even somebody that's abusive. You don't spell the rod at all, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you beat on your kid, like you can create the anger because they're a person that can't do anything to defend themselves. Mm-hmm. So now when they go to school and they think of any type of aggression, they're like, oh, I gotta go defend myself now. Like I have to go be this big bad.
I have to up ahead now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you go if you're a toxic person in the home versus outside the home, because again, when somebody that's outside the home or the person that's abstinent, most situations, there's somebody that usually fills a void or a gap. Whether it's going to be a football coach or a sport coach or a teacher or a step parent or just a neighborhood neighbor. Like somebody's just going to fill the gap of like what you miss as far as a parent figure. But you can't avoid that toxic parent in the home. Like I don't want to go home. I'm going to stay at my friend's house all day and night. And now they friend away. I was like, baby, you don't want to go home? Like, yeah.
See, I grew up with both my parents, and it'll be some days it'll be like bad, like real bad. And some days it'll be like, okay, you know what I'm saying, everything good. You know what I'm saying? But I did see both ends, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom was the church going woman, and my dad was the one that just always worked just in the streets and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? You see both of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, going off what he said, sometimes the toxic parent can't be in the household. I grew up with a 2-parent household, but my dad never showed any emotion at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I never seen him cry. He always had that stern face, so they gave me a low, okay, I gotta be stern like him, I gotta be tough. But there were some days I was hurting, like I wanted to cry, but I was like, how would my dad feel if he saw me crying? Yeah, right. And even times when I try to show emotion, I told my dad, hey, we need to talk. And he would just say, okay, we have nothing to talk about.
And see, now that's unfair. That's unfair to you. So like now he feel like he got to be a hard ass and hide his emotions, and that's unfair to my brother that that wasn't expressing.
When I say that's me to the fullest, I know I said something about my pop, but how you said something stuck with you. I was 8 years old. I got home from school. My pops was called. He came over there. I was like, dang, I feel a certain type of way. He told me straight to my face, but nobody don't care how you feel.
Right.
After he told me that, I was like, damn, so y'all really don't care if I feel bad, if I got something to say, like y'all really don't care. After that, I was like, I bet. And like I think it's a problem with me now because like people who be telling me like even my girlfriend like I try to be there, but like growing up like that, I can't hear you because I don't know what to tell you. Like I grew up like my mom never hugged me and was like it's okay. My dad was like, hey man, it is what it is. Keep it pushing.
So with me, I didn't even tell my dad. I just go straight to my mom. You know
I think people like one thing I hear though, like people the way they're raised, you're gonna do one or two things. Either you gonna follow just like it, or you're gonna do the polar opposite of it.
Yeah.
I never really see somebody just stay in the middle. Yeah. Like me, I'm real. I try to go out my way to tell me and my son. Almost every time we speak, we I love you, boy. I love you too. Like I try to make sure.
That never got said.
We never got
that. Me and my mom's like we bump heads like, and even when we going good, like we don't just tell each other I love you every day. Yeah. It's like if something serious happened then. We'll say it then like I know you love me. You ain't gotta tell me.
Nah, my parents, I ain't never heard them say it until I started saying it to them. And I was at my friend's house one day. And I know it's like her parents, you know, as they leaving, they telling them I love you and stuff like that. So I started saying it to my parents and stuff, my little sisters. Now they say it, but before then I never heard them say it or none of that.
I think that's the issue too, because a lot of people just like, well, you know I love you, but every now and then I want to still hear it. Like that make a difference, especially to a young kid. Like especially like with my son, like you said, well, I with my son ask if I got to. But I don't just like before or after. We don't have to sit down and make it clear. I'm not just gonna come in here, whoop you behind, and just walk out the room, even though you know what you did. Probably while you did it, we're gonna talk about what you did, just so we clear. I still love you. Now we gotta correct this, but don't confuse this to be like I only want to come discipline you, then I disappear again. So
I got a question, because you just said that most people either go and follow Be Just Like It, or they try the hardest like to go be the complete opposite. And my question is, how do you think that affects that person where they being they don't get like I won't say a fair shot, they don't get to just be like who they are, just naturally get to be like themselves.
In my opinion, regardless of which one you choose, I think it's still even if you do the positive thing, go do the right thing, I still think it's out of a negative start. Like either way, you didn't really have a fair chance to decide what you wanted to do. Whether you're doing good out of the bad or you're doing bad out of the bad, you're still doing it from based off of where you started, and you didn't really have the chance to make your own decision. Because even if you are doing good, who would say that's what you would have done if you were given another circumstance? Right. So, I would hope people do good, but you know, never really know. So as men, why do you think we tie ourselves sometimes our value to finances? Is that you got to be a provider, you got to be the man of the house?
Facts. I mean, it is that. But like
it's a status symbol.
What advice would y'all give somebody who does that still or trying to stop them?
Not that. What's here today might not be there tomorrow. That would be my biggest one.
That's big too. Find himself.
Yeah, buy what you really like
especially
something that you really enjoy.
I ain't gonna lie, living in Atlanta, you see this shit all the time. Like, oh my God, it's just like if you don't have no money and you not that dude around talk with you, kick with you, none of that. If I don't have my chains out, if I don't pull my chains out, like I'm not him. Like that's just it. And I'm like, unfortunately, me being like from small town, like being where I'm from, I hate to say it like this, but I was fucking shorty with my smile and my mouthpiece. I ain't have to have no money. I ain't have to have no nice car. None of that.
That reminded me. I seen an interview recently. It was DJ Academics. He was talking to Fetty Wap, and it was just about it was about money. It was like, damn. He was like, you know, you go around millionaires, they got 10 million, you got 5 million. They looking at you like you broke.
Yep.
You go to your hometown, they looking at you like you the man. He was like, I go around the millionaires. I gotta put on a Gucci sweatsuit. I can pull up at my neighborhood in some champion, and they look at me like I'm the man. So it's like maybe that's
And then even there though, that only hold until you get around real money.
That's a fact.
Cause I'm taking around some real money who gonna wear the Old Navy.
Ain't got nothing on.
Who wear Old Navy and gonna push a Honda Accord.
Shop at Ross.
Like real shit.
That's the best place to shop.
Some of that, I think it's still. You got. I ain't gonna say you gotta have money, but some of that go off personality. If your personality be, people gonna know. Like people gonna vibe with you. Like you know what I'm saying. They ain't gonna just be like, oh, this nigga lame. But if your personality be, even if you
flashy personality.
you can sometimes you can fake it till you make it. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh,
If your personality can hold that lie until you make it to where you at, hey, you straight.
That's true, but like if you trying to fake it by wearing designer, like bro, you
No, I ain't saying. I ain't saying wearing designer. Like let's say you come up in, like you said, you pull up in Atlanta with some champion, they be like, I bet, okay. But if you, I'm just wearing this shit because this is what I put on. I'm like,
somebody just make it feel your presence.
When you here,
yeah,
you
your presence. Like
you comfortable with
if
yourself.
you can boast yourself big enough, you know what I'm saying. You some people can slide by.
That's a fact. So who here wants to get married? You already married.
Come on.
Why would you say? First off, you be doing this like you ain't got a significant other. You trying to get yourself in trouble, man.
But no, it ain't even like that. Cause like when I say I talk to her about everything, like literally, I like my old lady so much to where like we vibe and like we can tell. I can tell her exactly how I feel, and we can sit down and be like, we actually had the marriage thing on the show.
I remember I was on this.
So like, you know what I'm saying? I told her I feel like marriage is a thing for females. Literally, what do you get? Like, nobody still ain't answering me besides the fact that they be like, oh, you can claim you head of the house or you get a bigger tax bracket. I mean, bigger money. But personally, as a male, what do you get out of it besides you giving your last name to her? Like, I don't understand. Like, anything we can do, married, I can do. Not married, I can put your name on a piece of paper. Like, we can start business. I can put your name on that. Like,
I guess that's how you
I
look
get
at it. I guess it's how you view marriage. So, because here, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Let me ask you this before we start. Growing up, did you see a lot of married couples?
Oh yeah, I'm a team. I'm married. But for what? y'all, man, y'all half y'all don't live together. Half y'all got divorced.
Hold on, I just got it.
That's the old.
You see what you just said? The growing up, is that what kind of made you look at marriage like that? Like
no. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's my thought process on marriage. Like I said, when you tell me exactly why,
Bell and lock him up. I'm finna shoot him.
You married? You married?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Because
so that's what I'm saying. Until somebody who actually married, and don't tell me you got married for love. Okay, cool.
Nah.
That's cool, but what did you benefit from being married?
Like, no, I understand, but I'm with you because me personally, I'm not married because I don't see no instant benefit. Like, yeah, I gave my last name, but what's the real benefit behind it? Everything that we do separate,
we can do together.
Cool, get you. But at the same token, like, you also have to think about, okay, this ain't no financial talk. This ain't no, like, living together situation. This is none of that. But real deal, like, for me, when I get married, how I view marriage, women don't kill me, but she is my possession at this point. Like, this sole woman here is for me to take care, provide for, to care for, to love, like, to nourish. Like, this woman, this only woman, I'm giving myself to her. Like, one, also because what I believe in, like, I want to be intertwined with this woman for eternity. Like, there's nobody else I want to see or can see besides this woman.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Have you ever cheated?
Facts. But that's why I'm not married.
Long as cheating is out there.
No, but
I can't do it to you.
But that's why you go. But when you get to that point of marriage, like that, those type of thoughts, those type of things go completely.
They won't.
Yeah,
they will not. They will not.
From the human nature standpoint, they should because again,
they should, but they will not.
But what?
Marriage is based off, this is the only person I want.
Exactly. But as a male, even if you is married, you look at other females, so you can't tell me if every man fuck up. Every man fuck up. You probably ain't did it yet. You might not ever do it. But I'm saying though, you might not plan it. But who knows? I don't see myself saying, hey, yes, I love you, but what's the point of me marrying you? You said it because it's your position. Once we get to that girlfriend, we live together, we done signed all these businesses, we're each other's regardless.
Oh no.
Now I'm gonna disagree on every dude fuck up. Like if I'm one of those, if I'm committed, that's maybe you haven't, and I mean, because you with somebody, so I hate to be just flat out saying, maybe that ain't the person that makes you want to do that. Because as a man,
she top tip, but I don't plan on
as a man, if you see that woman like, yo, this the only one I don't care about nothing else. Like me, I'm gonna go back when I was in high school. I was dating somebody 3 years, never had sex, never cheated on them, because that's who I wanted to be with. So you can't say all men fuck up. Not if that's who you really want to be with. You'll lock in like you're supposed to. Now if it's just like, yo, she cool, but like I think I could do better, then that's where.
Oh no, she. So again, just tell me again, like the question I asked, what did you get out of it? Like, what did you?
Let me ask you this.
She was your soulmate before you married her.
Okay, so.
Let me ask you this question. You don't.
So you telling me signing that paper made her your soulmate?
Nah, that didn't make
It's not about the paper.
But that validated everybody else. So
Let me ask you
All
this.
she did was get your last name, and now y'all saying y'all married. If
I know what you said.
Yeah, but okay, I get how you look at
mine,
okay,
she
so-
was yours before
She
you.
was, but everybody knows she mine.
That's you proclaim to the world
like,
this is mine. Let me ask you this. If you don't marry her and somebody else comes along and decides he does want to marry her and she goes with him, how you gonna feel?
I can't hold her because I know my choices. Like if I told her, I tell her everything. I tell her up top. I don't think we ever gonna get married. If we do, cool. If we don't,
I think
what do you? I ask her straight up. Are you
I'm
okay?
taking this woman. Me and this woman are coming together under God, like before God.
And people still cheat.
And I get that, but like it's so much. Like I'm like it's so much deeper than cheating because.
Okay, but it might not be deep. It might be committed on your end. But what if she cheat on you?
Nah, but I'm just saying. I get that. I understand what you're saying, but
You
it's
like,
like
damn, bro.
adultery and the infidelity things. That's true because. Honestly, unfortunately, in this day and age, you can always talk through certain things in marriage because you're in this to death do us part.
I was just about to ask you.
Like,
that.
so
if she cheated on you right now and she told you, would you be alright? Could you still make that marriage last?
I don't say about yes, I can still make that marriage last.
Yeah, cheating is not a deal breaker for some folks.
Yeah, like
That was
that's.
it ain't a deal breaker for me. I'll be like, damn. Alright, wait.
Okay, I got a question. I got a real.
That's a deal breaker for me because I don't cheat. So if you cheat on me,
I got a question for you though, because you just said something that stuck out to me that I just blew my pockets. My man, you was like, okay, if you my girlfriend, after we sign all this paperwork and all these X, Y, and Z's, like you're mine, right?
No, they're not mine.
But I'm saying that's what you said.
No. I said, if anything we can do married, we can do not married. Meaning, if we got a house together, if I purchased a house, I can put your name on it. Meaning, you live here with me. If we got a business, I can put your name on it. Meaning, it's our business. Anything we do together, married, we can do together, not married.
So how does that make us special though?
Because that's the business part.
That's the point. No. That's what I'm saying.
You can buy a house together.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You said what makes her special. I didn't say nothing about making her special. I said what makes me want to marry her. What made me special. Like you got everything from me. I got nothing from you besides you being here. I had you before.
To say that if that thing is special about
Exactly, so y'all ain't special to each other.
y'all are special to each other.
I'm saying, so you said, okay, if we do all this other stuff right now, right? All right, we got business, everything. I done invested in you as much as I can. Like literally, only thing you don't have from me is my name. That's the only thing. We got businesses, we got kids, we got houses, we got
So why would
property.
you do all that if you don't want to marry her?
Why not?
Y'all ain't special.
Well, you're investing in her still.
No, we're investing in each other.
And if you die,
What if that's all she wanted?
if you die, if you married, you
now
you just doing it for her.
I'm just saying, because most times people don't want the name.
That's what you're doing it for. You're doing it for her.
Because the main,
What are you getting out of it? Tell me what you got out of it.
the main thing I hear about marriage that dudes don't want to marry female is, nah, I ain't gonna work all hard that she leave with half. She didn't even marry me, but she leave with half.
Even with that, see that wouldn't hurt me. That wouldn't hurt me. Why? Because at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, if you get married, you already know what's gonna happen.
So if you're doing all that, you waste your time because you telling her all this shit, you invested in her, but if she leaves, you don't care. You wasted all that time.
But you knew it. Okay.
You wasted all that time.
So if you get a divorce right now, would she not take half?
But you never know. You
might
might
say
say
half
half
alone.
So look, the way I see it, if you take half of what we built, that's your half. Cool. I still still got my half. We built everything together. I mean, it is what it is.
It depends on the situation, I feel. Because you could be marrying her, she could have a lot of money. You marry her, and you be gaining something else.
Yeah, I think you're
okay. So not. I get something out of it.
Yeah,
that was my whole point.
What I'm saying,
If I get nothing out of you besides you.
So if she rich, you can marry her.
Yeah, if she rich, she
No. I'm not.
That's a very
I'm saying like if you
See my level below, yeah,
if you rich in that, you can come to me and be like, oh, what you trying to do? You trying to get married? I get
I'm
married.
with you, my boy. Very much.
When have y'all ever heard that?
Exactly.
So you can use, but you can't get used.
No. Okay, so if I take a broke bitch right now and we build everything together, did I not upgrade her? We're still on the same level. We got a house. I took you from nothing. Now we got businesses, we got houses, we got all this stuff.
Just to say it was reversed. So just say you was married somebody who was rich, like Kim Kardashian. She asked you to marry her. Would you marry her?
Hell yeah.
What I get out of it?
You gonna be
But here's the thing where go ahead.
It sounds like you tying marriage to
finance.
Because I ain't gonna lie, ain't no real man stay in that marriage. I keep it a whole buck with you.
All the men that been through that film.
Yeah, they like, no, I'm cool on that.
But
They can't go get a
what you
man.
just said, that's true, because that's what she come off and say that to me all the time. Like, I treat our relationship like it's a business. But yeah,
I mean, the way you just said it, I mean, if we being honest, holding our people accountable, is it business agreement? You said
I mean, that's basically when you sign that paper. That's basically what you're doing. You sign a business agreement. I'm gonna take care of you. You gonna take care of me. We gonna take care of each other. When you sign that marriage, you sign a contract to take care of her for the rest of your life. Is that not a contract?
But at the same
and then it's a legal contract. If she say you did anything out of her way, especially in Georgia, she can take you to court. Nah, you fucked up because you signed that contract. But again, at the end of the day, that don't matter to me because I'm be like, hey, if I messed up, I messed up. I hold myself accountable.
I know he talking in circles now, but yeah, you saying like if you sign the marriage document, it's a legal document. But you talking about starting businesses, those are legal documents. If you buy a house, that's a legal document.
That's what I'm saying. So you get what I'm saying though? Like you legally saying you're doing the same exact thing. Like if you get married, you sign a document. If we don't get married, we sign documents.
I'd rather do the documents with my wife. So the big document with versus just my girlfriend who I don't, because at the end of the day, like, there's a point of control when there's legally binding marriage document here, certain shit you can and can't do. Versus my girlfriend who I ain't got no
But technically, it's law of the land if you stay with somebody a certain amount of time.
That's fact.
But it's not the same.
That common law ain't the same.
I'm not saying Texas.
And I'll be honest with you, even now when you think about kids in the equation, like, because it's my situation, like, one of the things I even thought about marriage, made me really think about this, like, about to have a child, about to have a son, it's like
legalization.
Having a son without a woman I'm married to, it's like, there's certain, hell, you're right, I'm losing my tax benefits. I'm finna pay for this, and I'm finna lose a tax benefit. Like,
but you see what I'm saying? Most dudes come off in that like, oh, it's about the money. I will never see my son as, oh, I'm losing money because I gained him.
No, I get that, I'm with you, but there's also other purchases that you gain being married to somebody as a
which
man.
means money.
I'm gonna do the same thing with her anyway. That's what I love you. I'm gonna do. You gonna be my girlfriend forever. You gonna be my wife forever. I love you. I'm gonna make you my wife. It sounds like it's a business agreement with you. So yo, you don't really affect me one way or the other. So like, it's I don't care if you stay, so you can stay as my girlfriend.
Huh? You get a peace of mind.
I mean, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be hurt either way.
He ain't changing his mind. I'm talking about. I'm with you though. Ask y'all this, and it kind of piggybacks. I'm skipping around now because we kind of run you on time. Right. But I'm gonna piggyback, and it's funny because it kind of feeds right back into what you were saying.
Oh man.
What, in y'all opinion, what does a man need to put his all into a female?
Well, y'all got me? Did you me? I can't say for everybody else. If I like you, I'm putting my all into you off the rip because I want you to be as best as you can be.
Hold on. That's a contradiction.
No, I ain't saying.
Hold on, I'm holding you accountable.
But how am I?
Oh, you saying your all? That's what you gotta give.
Your girl, right now, do you not like her?
Yeah.
You won't give her your all, though.
You talking about my last name?
Yeah,
I guess you get 99.9%.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like when you talk about giving a woman your all, you have to become vulnerable to this woman.
Yeah. So what you mean? Like what you mean by vulnerable?
I feel like marriage is the man's most vulnerable state. Like
how? What
you just said? This woman can decide. You know what? Hell, my hair needs to be done. Walking over half of this nigga shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
That's how the hell she get for half this shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's a very vulnerable point. Like, I am giving myself to this woman, which is all of me. Sickness, health, to death do us probably. Like, come as you are, I'm coming as I am. We finna figure this out. That's a very vulnerable state.
And if I'm already doing that without being married, what's the difference?
No, the difference is when you married, she can come and take everything from you.
She can take everything from you.
No, like, no way. Like,
if we sign all this stuff.
No, I'm saying, but still, when you married, you have, like they say, it's a contract with somebody. So if you do something to mess up, you know that, oh, my house could be gone, all this could be gone.
So
when it's your
basically,
girlfriend,
that ain't making it no better. Now you telling me if I sign this and I mess up, you gonna take half my stuff? That ain't making that no better.
But your girlfriend,
versa too, though.
yeah, but your girlfriend, you can do what you want to do, and who is she? What she gonna say when you cheat or you do what you want to do?
All right, let me ask you a question. Let's say you married right now, right? You buy your old lady $100,000 car. Y'all get divorced. She don't want that. Are you gonna take that car back?
Nah, she gonna keep her car. That's a gift to her. Why
Technically, whether y'all married or not, that's considered a gift.
Yeah, that's a gift to her.
Push your P.
Quavo said get called back from old girl.
They weren't married.
Right. I mean, hey, like you just said, that's technically a gift. That's technically a gift.
Technically, that car wasn't paid for. That's why I think he stopped paying for it. So that's why she get the car back. But if that car was paid for, she would not get that car back. It's considered a gift. She didn't want to take over that goddamn.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I feel like I give her. I give my all. It just because she like I said, we talk about everything. She like, hey, I like everything we got going on. We open with each other. We care about each other. I told her that's just how I feel. Like I said, things change every day. I'm not saying 2-3 years from now I'm gonna feel the same way I feel now. It's just the fact that as of right now, I don't see it benefiting me. Yeah, I see it benefiting her. I just don't see it benefiting me. Besides the fact that I get more money.
Hers will benefit you, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, granted, now that you have a child situation, it works a little better in your favor. But let's say, God forbid, you were to die. She can't go to the bank and get no money out. Unless she had been
on his radio station too. Told that.
Yep, we did.
Oh, but I'm just saying that's stuff that I think about when it comes to realistic like marriage. It's like
that's what you got a will for.
I understand that.
Do you have a will?
Do I have a will? Not right now. I'm too young. I'm just saying. I got life insurance.
Okay, so even life insurance. Okay, boom. I ain't trying to be in business. Who's your beneficiary?
As of right now, my mom.
Okay, cool. God forbid something happened to you and your mom just took it and said, you know what, I get that's my grandson, I'll do something, make sure he's straight. But old girl, like cool.
I just picked her 500 and he go 250.
You like, you know what I'm saying? Like if your mom, like if she has no, like this woman has. She has no legs in on it.
Just the girlfriend.
And you ain't gonna go pay where we don't know. I'd be like, girl, we don't know. Like, who is you? Now, you say, yeah, benefit her, but that benefits you and your legacy. And as a man, like, eventually all you're gonna have to settle is your legacy. And like, what you're like acting. It's like people talk about men and how great they are, what they hear, yeah, sure. There's probably a handful of men you can think about and talk great about them as they live. But realistically, when you die and your legacy and the impact you have, what you leave, that's realistically what people think about. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just being for real. Oh man, he died, man. He left his folks.
That's true.
He left his folks straight. His wife and everybody got to worry about that.
And like I said, I mean, as of right now, my mother is my own.
Yeah.
Everything I get will go to her.
Yeah.
I just had a son. I'm gonna put everything in his name. Like I said, even with
son, even then though, your son 9 out of 10 you can't get it till he's 18. Your son wants 7 days.
But look, look, like you said, legacy. That's why I hit you up the other day. I'm building right now, and like even if we are not married, she will have a stake in everything we built. So you won't need money because we got all these businesses. These are your businesses. Like just because I died, don't mean I didn't leave nothing to y'all. Like I helped you build this. I showed you the way. Now, if I pass away right now, she will forever be straight because everything I know, she know. Every person I know, she know. So like right now, you ain't never met her, but she know exactly who you is because of the stuff we done did. So right now, if I pass away, hey, I'm Courtney's girlfriend. This is his son.
This the question.
What?
So I got something for you. So cool. What do you do with that emotional woman? Because every woman is emotional.
She is.
Gets tired of being a business partner.
That's what she is.
I mean,
I know you said she fell straight, not to cut you off, I'm gonna come back to this. But like you said, like if I die, she's straight. Technically, if y'all were married and y'all had a business, y'all consider one, so she takes over the whole business. If y'all ain't married, technically y'all a business partner. Like me, you had a business and I died. You don't automatically get my half of the business.
I know that.
So what will you be losing now that she got all the businesses and y'all doing all this together?
If I'm dead?
What would you be losing marrying her?
I'm dead. What you mean? I lost my life.
Like real deal, we talking about loving woman. When this emotional woman, this emotional creature gets tired of being a business partner and she wants something more from you and you like, I'm willing to give you my all.
Now you pressuring me.
It ain't no pressure. Cause she ain't no pressure, but it's just like that's all she's asking for.
15 years later, you want to be my girlfriend.
Come on,
Why you pressuring me, man? I'll be like,
at your son's high school graduation, what you mean?
She hit you with that. You said like, oh, I'm tired of being a girlfriend.
Oh, I'm living it. So, but I get it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I'm like, these questions that I'm asking are the ones I have to ask myself because it's like,
exactly.
What's stopping me from getting married? So I think the same way you do. Like, what am I gaining in this situation?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. How long can a female be a girlfriend before y'all wasting each other's time?
But how?
Okay, that's no time. But there ain't no time for
you. Literally, I don't see how you literally wasting no time. I mean, I get it. I guess
Let me ask you this. Whatever your job title is at your job, how long can they keep you on the register until you be like, damn, I ain't gonna be a manager or nothing in here? And you still hanging around.
You paying.
That's totally different.
It all depends it all depends, I guess, what they paying.
Is my love for you gonna change? Like, no. I'm gonna no. Huh?
Man, she
that's all that. So now you pressure me again. If I feel the same way about you, I did nothing wrong in the end. Just because I said I don't feel like marrying you right now. If I don't feel like marrying you 15 years later, I cannot hold you to be like, okay, I'ma still be here. If you feel like I'm not giving you enough, then
you gotta be able to get woman that's
security. I gave you everything I know. How is that not secure enough?
But
so now you pressuring me again. Oh, you don't secure me.
But when I'm not married, but no, just think about this. When you not married, y'all can real deal just want to walk away from each other. Just like, oh, you know what? She walked with a different walk. I'm taking her. I don't even want to deal with you.
So you saying that she can't walk away with you from being married?
No.
But
come on now.
Let me ask you this. You said she had right now. You have freedom, like you just said you don't like to stay still. Right now you making 28 hours. 2 years from now you making 28 hours.
Oh, no,
5 years from now you taking 28 hours.
We gotta go up.
So what if your girl get tired of making 28 hours?
If you want to do it this way, you gotta take the good and the bad with it. I understand what's coming if she ever comes to me like, hey, I'm tired of being a girlfriend and I'm not ready. I'm not gonna jump just because you're ready. That's what I'm saying about most dudes. Most dudes, they go straight into it. They be like, I'm tired of being your girlfriend. I need a ring on my finger in 2 years. If I'm not ready, I'm not ready. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Like, you ain't gonna pressure me. You ain't gonna tell me, oh, we got kids, this, and this. If I'm not ready, I'm not ready. That's what it is.
A lot of dudes do get pressure.
Here's the only thing I ask, like, because
and then like you just said, if she can't wait for me, then I can't do nothing about that. I'm gonna give you the free reign. Hey, I can't give you what you want. Do your thing.
I'm with you. Here's one thing, because somebody told me this same advice. Because I'm telling you, when I say I'm with you, you have no idea I would think the same. But the only thing I would say is put yourself in that woman's shoes.
I don't want to.
If you're gonna say you love that, if you're gonna say you love that woman, with that woman, all that, it's just like that thing. When y'all go out, oh, you and your husband look so nice together. In the back of her mind, ooh, well, that's just my boyfriend.
That's my girlfriend.
But you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even put it out.
Or when she go, you gotta think in 5 years, she gonna go pick up your son and from school. And they gonna be like, oh, your husband was here the other day, or you and your husband coming to this. Yeah, we do.
When people call us, they got nothing to do with me. If you want to call me a husband, bitch.
I get that, but you got from a woman's perspective, and all you got to think also you got homegirls, her family, everybody in her area. She gotta deal with that. Like she gotta deal with it.
Look what y'all just said.
But
What she want, we ain't talking about that. I want to know what I want.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
If I ain't having no hand.
I nigga here staring off.
Took over. Hey man, it's the time. We running out of time, and we're gonna stop it here, man. Before though, man, open floor, man. Who has any announcements, anything going on, anything they want to make sure people are aware of before we close this thing out?
Oh, go follow Talk to Me Nice Podcast IG page. Talk to Me Nice _podcast.
Anybody else? Any announcements?
It's the beginning of the new year. I know your insurance is through the roof. know this shit high. I do insurance. I know you got 4 tickets, 5 accidents. Don't make a difference. That's my only initiative this year is to put people in better situations. You ain't gotta buy it from me. I just want you to listen, and I can answer any questions. Like that's my biggest thing is answering questions. You can stay at the same company you've been at, and I'm gonna show you how to get the best price there. Also, when it comes to any ideas, anything like that you guys want to put on, I see on the channel, make sure you hit me. And in the rap sheet, it's finna be crazy this year. I mean crazy. So the real artists of the world, that real deal, like take a craft serious, please get at us. Please get at us.
I'm already in some conversations with some shows lined up for artists on the rap sheet, man. Last time we sent somebody to Atlanta, we're gonna keep sending people places, man. So y'all ain't just sending us y'all music just for us to hear it, man. If it's fire, we're gonna put it in the right hands. So most definitely, man.
Hot 106 is expanding. We looking for hosts, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I got my own show. We airing every Wednesday. Like he said, hey, if you got music, if you talented in any way and you want to be heard, hit me up. I'm talking about like we will get you a segment on the show. It don't matter who you is, what your status is, none of that. Like I said, hit me up, hit my co-host up. Shit, hit Ray, any of them up. They know how to find me. Like, we gonna get your music out there. We gonna get your art out there. We gonna get anything. Like we had realtors. We done had a congressman. We done had 2. You know what I'm saying? 2 business owners. I got a business mentor as of right now. So if anything you need, let me know. We trying to get everybody up. It's 2022. If you ain't got nothing going, let anybody know, especially me. Like I said, we going up. We trying to get everybody out here working for themselves.
Anybody else any announcements? Anything?
Excellent. Man, when I tell people just keep going, man, I really mean it. Because a lot of people don't know about me is at age 9 I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and then I had to endure that until I was about 17, and literally had brain surgery in 2007 in January. So this month is literally going to be a 15-year mark of just staying strong and enduring. And it was tough for me growing up, man, because my parents were normal, my brother was normal, but me, I was just that kid always in and out of the hospital. And also growing up with a dad who basically just told me to suck it up. And it was a tough time for me. So I always tell myself and tell a lot of people, just keep going. The tough times, they're gonna make you tougher when you get through it. So
people missed you too. People ask me what you did. We didn't get the podcast asking about what Dante had, man. Dante be busy, man. We gonna get him back with here, man.
So 15 years ago, man, brain surgery, now training for boxing. So you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep fighting, literally fighting.
My last thing, since I'm working with a non-profit organization, we met up with a psychiatrist. A lot of people don't go to psychiatrists for their problems. If you need to meet up with somebody just to have somewhere safe to talk, anybody, hit me up. I will put you in touch with her. She's official. Just let me know.
All right, anybody? Y'all sure y'all ain't got nothing else to say? You need to be on the Rose Guard too, man. You ain't had no Rose, you said no Rose Guard up and done, man. It's a lot of.
Set up a what?
A Rose Guard. That's another thing we do on the channel. One-on-one interviews, man. We'll sit there 40 minutes, an hour talking about you, how you started, what you plan to do, what the tape looking like.
So I got an album dropping February 14th. It's called Playboy. It's gonna be on iTunes, Spotify. That's it. iTunes and Spotify. Follow me on Instagram at He's Iconic. Without the I.
Alright. Everybody else good?
It ain't no announcement, but I'm gonna say it's 2022. Stop blowing that tax money. Invest your tax money. Do something with that tax money. You do not need no shoes and clothes, no new TV.
Hold on, they need the shoes, but you sell shoes.
I'm gonna get to them. Invest some of your money. After you invest some money, then come spend some with me. But that just don't go good.
I might edit some of it because you done told people you be taxing. People don't buy your shoes, man.
I don't know what he went.
I don't want nobody spending it.
No, that's a fact. That legit probably a reason why they should rock you, because of the fact that you're telling people, hey man, sometimes I'm a little expensive, so if you can't afford it, maybe hold on and wait on it. Or two, hey, I want you to buy from me, but don't buy from me if it's gonna cause you to lack in more important places. So now that's probably a reason you should rock with you. Yeah, priorities. More people ain't gonna tell you that, man. I sell shoes. Hey, spend all your money with me. I don't, you like something? That's a problem.
That's your problem.
You be fresh as hell in the dark.
Right, that's the worst thing.
Stand up by that street like.
No, that's real though. So when people, as far as reselling, what do you be having? What do people hit you to get that, or do you be getting all the new releases, or how that go?
I get mostly new releases. I get used shoes, but I don't really too much like to get me used shoes. But I get mostly new releases.
I feel like it's too much negotiating when it's
yeah, because people love bringing up stockings. They be like, well, they 400 on stockings.
But stockings,
but you don't walk 400 times. So I'm not giving you that.
If 400 on stock, well, sit on the StockX then. Like you can't.
So I can't buy used shoes though.
Right, StockX.
On top of that, so every episode, man, it's been a while since we did it, man. I know y'all probably haven't seen how every episode ends, but every episode ends with love, man. So I need everybody sitting here to tell somebody that you love them or appreciate them, man. And I prefer, I forgot because it's been a while since we did it. I prefer to be somebody who doesn't already know. So don't say your mama. Don't say tell somebody who probably isn't aware. Just show them some love, man. Let's spread the love real quick.
Man, shout out to my boy Brandon, man. Hey, Brandon and Brian and your whole family. I know y'all been going through some stuff. I hit y'all up already. I know he said somebody who don't know, but hey, just know I'm here for y'all for real.
I just want to say I love my coworkers just for making my days easy at work. You know what I'm saying? When I don't feel like
y'all gonna be here like 12 times. I told everybody. Hey, dude, I seen at the gas station yesterday. Really appreciate you moving your car quickly, man. I needed that.
Really, man. But yeah, dude.
My boy Zay Tiggy, Xavier, like
Hey,
real homie. You always had a good energy, man. Real hustler, like motivate me to get up and just be active every day. Like you don't let no money slide. And for a person like me, that's big. Like, cause I seem like lazy, complacent, but you always got a reason to hustle and go get it.
My baby.
The baby knows so. I mean,
But she a baby.
It's supposed to be somebody who ain't sure. Like people who already know. Like if you was gonna say, man, look, I already know that. It's for the people who maybe don't know. It ain't as like. It ain't as obvious.
They're gonna be looking at this and like, oh shit.
Oh, go ahead, tell your baby you love her.
Shout out to Lil Maddie for giving me a reason to keep going love you.
You was gonna say your mama want you. I said that's your mama.
Hold on. Shout out to the Deja. I love you because you share every post, everything about my music, you support it. So yeah, that's the first one.
shit, shout out to you, man. Man, you do a lot.
Everybody
Raise.
Hey man, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. You got anybody to do? I know you've been here forever, man.
Say shout out to my friend Dion French. I knew him a while ago. We were nerds. We used to play, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that stuff. And then I actually found out he was an MMA fighter. So we actually train at the same gym. So every time I see him, I know we're about to fight because he's training for a fight. I'm training for one. So he pushes me hard, and sometimes I push myself.
Who we win?
Him. He got like 15 years experience. I got 30.
Okay,
So
okay.
he way higher
Hey,
than me.
I appreciate the fact you kept it real. You like, you know, he look like he's about to change it up. Like, hey, you know, I get him sometimes. He get me. Like, I just shot him. I don't want to see it. Never mind. Yeah, he can win it.
Just in case you see this.
Just in case.
He gonna see it.
I thought about it. Hey, you gonna do it. Never mind.
I'm just bigger. So that's only advantage.
But nah, man, I appreciate y'all time. Like I said, it's been about 2 months since we did this. It didn't flow as smoothly as it usually does, because it's been a minute since we did it. But I appreciate y'all rocking with us the whole time, man. Being honest here, man. And hopefully I had most of y'all already back. So hopefully have y'all back another time, man. We'll do it the right way next time. Other than that, man, if none of these great men have nothing else to say, we are done.